Hi everybody, Ellen here. Now when November is starting, it's time for me to do a TBR for the month. And I know I have been ridiculously bad at actually following my TBRs because I'm such a mood reader, but this time I'm gonna read them all and a couple of more hopefully, but I do have quite a lot of thick books this month, so we'll see how it goes with that. But since the year is almost over, there's a couple of things I want to focus on for the rest of the year, which is 3 different things. So the first one is that I want to catch up on my my subscription box books, because I get the Fairloot and Allcrate every month, and I have like 700 books from them by now, so it's definitely piling up, so I need to start reading them. So that's the first thing I want to do. And then the second thing is I want to, you know, make a real dent on my review books, because I have so many at this point, because October was just crazy when it comes to how many review books I was getting, so I want to read a lot of those as well. And the third thing is the fact that I want to finish more series before the year's over, because that part is not going as well as I would have hoped, and I do have a lot of like the complete series lying around, so I want to focus on that. So that's what my TBR is made up of, kind of. So the first book I'm planning to read is The House of Hades by Rick Riordan, and this is the 4th book in the Heroes of Olympus series. And I don't really want to say what this is about because spoilers, but this series, you have Greek mythology and you have Roman mythology, and the fact that the different demigods from these different camps need to work together to save the world. So I love Rick Riordan's books, so I don't really know why I didn't pick this up, but I guess it's because it's freaking huge, but definitely want to read this one. And now we have one of the review books I want to read, because I'm really hyped about this one, and it's called Esther Consummate by Olseni and Hansen, and this is sort of like Agatha Christie's, you know, Miss Marple, because we have Esther and she lives in this apartment building together with her bird Roland, and one day there's a dead guy found in the attic, and it's like this handyman that works in this building, and Esther is trying to figure out who killed him and why and everything like that. But since she is sort of investigating this murder, she notices that a lot of people think that she might have done it, so it's not really longer about you know, solving the case. It's also about, you know, make sure that people doesn't you know, clean your own name, really. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to this one, and I think it will be a really quick read, so yeah. And then we have a series that I want to finish, which is hard because this is the first book. But I mean, it is like, it's a trilogy with the Mistborn trilogy, so it's 3 books. But then there's like 2 more books in the same world, I think. But I'm going to count the first 3 as their own, because I think they're following different characters later. Correct me if I'm wrong. But yeah, I want to start reading this series, so it's a lot of thick books. But this one is The Final Empire by Brandon Sanderson, and like I said, this is the first book in the series. And I don't really know a lot about it. It's just, for the last 1,000 years, the Ska have slaved in misery and lived in fear. And there's also this Lord Ruler, who's reigned for the last 1,000 years, and he has absolute power and the ultimate terror. About the Ska who must learn to master allomancy, and that is the power of Mistborn. So yeah, they get powers. I think they were like something with metal, and they get powers, or if I remember correctly. It doesn't really, you know, the description on the back is not like the most clear thing what it's about, so yeah, something like that. But this is one of Jamie's like favorite series, because she freaking loves Brandon Sanderson. So I feel bad that I haven't read these yet, so I'm gonna do that. And then we have another series I want to finish. Technically it's a duology, so it's only 2 books. But I want to read The Passenger, not The Passenger, it's just Passenger, by Alexander Bracken, because I love Alexander Bracken's book, The Darkest Minds. I have only read that book by... No, I've only read 2 books by Alexander Bracken. One was The Darkest Minds, the other one was The Dreadful Tale of Prosper Redding, and I really liked both of those books. So I'm looking forward to reading this one, and I do have Wildfire, which is book 2 in the series. It's on my TBR shelf over there. So yeah, I think I will be able to finish a duology at least, so that would be good. But this one is about time traveling, and we meet this girl named Edda Spencer, and she can travel through time, and she's sort of getting hijacked by these people who thinks that she can find this item that her mother hid in some year, but they don't know that the mother is the only one who can find it, and Edda doesn't even know what she's looking for, so it's a bit of a mystery really. But I do love time traveling books. I find them really fascinating, and I do like Alexander Bracken's writing, and I want to finish a duology at least, so I'm really looking forward to reading this one. And then we have Rosie by Leslie Pierce, and I know I promised I'd finish it in October, but then I realized I had a chance to beat my reading record for the month, so I didn't pick this one up because it's quite big, and yes, I have read like 118 pages in it, but there's like 500 pages left, so I promise that I will read this book in November. It will happen. It just has to. You'll have to yell at me if I don't read it. But this one is about Rosie, of course, and she lives with her thuggish brothers and her father, and at one girl, there's this girl, Heather, who moves into this house and helps with the cleaning and everything like that, and one day she disappears and nobody knows where she went, and then a couple of years later her brother, what's his name, Thomas, come looking for her, wonder what happened, where is she and everything like that, and that's when the mystery, are resolved really. So yeah, she's missing. So from the 118 pages I've read so far, I really do like it, and I mean, it's Leslie Pierce, I love her books, so yeah, I just have to stop being intimidated by the sheer size of it, because almost all of her books are this size, so I read a lot of them, so I don't know what's the problem now, but I'm working on it. And then we come to the subscription box books, that's a weird sentence, that I want to read, because like I said, I have 7 of them now, and when my fairy loot for the month of October comes, I will have 8, and that's just not good. I was so good at reading this in the beginning, and then it's just something happened, I don't even know. But one of the ones I want to read is Even the Darkest Stars by Heather Fawcett, and we have Kamsin, and she also dreamt of being this explorer for the king, the royal explorer, and this opportunity comes, and everybody thinks that it's Kamsin's sister who's going to get this job really, to explore and find this special place, but it turns out it Kamsin who does it. She gets to go on this adventure, and then her sister actually decides to go on this mission like alone, not with the Royal Explorer team, and Kamsin realizes that her sister is in trouble, so she has to choose between saving her sister or fulfilling this mission she's been given. And yeah, it sounds really interesting. I've never read a book like that, so I hope I will like it, and I really do love the cover because it looks so cool. So now I have 2 more books that I'm hoping to read, and we have Wicked Like Wildfire by Lana Popovich. So we follow Iris and Melina, and they're born with this power called Gleam, and they can make anything, they can manipulate beauty through their magic. So Iris, she sees flowers as fractals and turns her kaleidoscopic vision into glasswork. Her twin sister Melina interprets moods as music, and her cold, distant mother Jasmina bakes scenery into decadent treats and her confectionery in old town Cataro, Montenegro. And Jasmina forbids her daughters to use their magic, and also she forbids them to fall in love, because that would make them, they could be discovered for having these powers, and that would ruin this quiet life they've built for themselves. But then there's this mysterious white-haired woman who attacks their mother, and she's left hovering between life and death, and so the sisters decides to, scrap the old rules they have and try to fix that. So I really, really love this cover. I mean, look at it, it's such a beauty. So yeah, I'll definitely be reading this one, so Yes, and then we have one last book, and it's also a subscription box book, and that is Before She Ignites by Jodie Meadows, and it's dragons in this one, which is why I'm so hyped about reading it. And we have Mira Minkoba, and she's this hope bearer, and she's known she was special since the day she was born. That sounds a little bit weird, but oh well. She's known across the Fallen Isles not just for beauty, but for the peace treaty named after her, an agreement that united the 7 islands against their enemies on the mainland. But she is apparently way too interested in dragons for a girl of her station. And then Mira discovers this explosive secret that challenges everything she and the treaty stand for, and she is betrayed by the very people she spent her life serving. And Mira is sentenced to the pit, the deadliest prison in the Fallen Isles, and there a cruel god would do anything to discover the secret she'd die to protect. So Mira has to survive on her own since the people she thought she could trust betrayed her. Yeah. So this is supposed to be a trilogy, I think. Yes. And I love dragons, and Jodie Meadows is one of the authors that wrote My Lady Jane, which is a book I really liked. So yeah, I'm looking forward to reading this. Yeah, these are all the books I'm planning to read in the month of November, and a lot of them are really thick, so I don't know if I will be reading that many different books. I'm gonna put these out. I don't know if I will be reading that many different books in the month of November, but I am going to try to, you know, do what I said I would. I'm so bad at following my TBRs, but this time I'm gonna be at it. I'm gonna beat it. I'm gonna be good with it. If you have like any tips on how to actually follow the TBRs you set, please let me know how, because I suck at it. But yeah, I am really feeling like reading this book, so maybe it will work out. But yeah, I hope you liked this video. If you have any plans for what you're going to read in the month of November, please let me know down below. Or if you've read any of these books, please let me know down below, because I want to know what you thought about them. But yeah, I hope you liked this video, and if you did, please give me some thumbs up, and also don't forget to subscribe to my channel by clicking the little button down below. And yeah, I hope we see each other next time. Bye!